Hey, bald guys, you wanted more. We gave you more. With the all-new Pitbull from Skull Shaver, we gave it a more powerful motor, more blades to choose from, and a sleeker design that fits right in the palm of your hand. So you can shave anytime, anywhere, wet or dry, to get the smoothest shave possible with no nicks or cuts and be done in 90 seconds. For the best 5-minute home haircut, try our Beast Clipper for your hair and beard. Want more? Get more with the all-new Pitbull from Skull Shaver at skullshaver.com.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the Devinwade Show. I am your host, Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Dangerous Dev Nasty, a.k.a. Choke Your Mom Out, a.k.a. Choke Your Pop Out. And we are back again with another episode of the Devinwade Show. And this joint going to be a banger, man, because the person that we got in the building is a definite friend of the show, personal friend of mine, and a psychic or something like that. He predicts the future. But before we get into, the guest to the left of me,
it's your boy, it's the people's champ, man. Y'all already know it's Porta Rich. I'm here, skull shaver ready. Skull is on gleam, glow, super shine. So I put the T on with it.
Yeah, make sure that y'all go to skullshaver.com, but we gonna get into it.
Y'all already know it's your girl Walesca D, the fashionista, repping that skull shavers all the way. I don't got the baldy, but I support my brothers with the bald heads.
And your hair shorter, like
yeah, it's short. You know, yeah. I'm giving a short look. Y'all gonna see this a few times.
That's the closest you can give them to bald. We'll take it.
Yeah, this is the closest you're gonna get.
Yo,
okay?
I think you could rock a baldy, yo.
Nah.
I think you could.
Don't let him talk you into that.
You know what? You know what we can do? One episode. I don't know when we would ever do this. I would have to have courage to do this. Mm-hmm. That you know how you can kind of like I can make myself look like I have a bald head. You know how they can do like the
but you have so much hair that it's gonna look like a cone head.
You go like a big ass head.
Damn.
Yeah.
And for the non-viewers, the people that listen to the podcast, the voice you just heard. Is the man himself, the man who predicts the future, told us all this shit was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Did last year.
He's some kind of Nostradamus, Dominican, Dominicanamus.
Yeah,
look, Nostradamus. Yeah, so he's Dominican Damus. He told us a lot about the future, and everything came true. We have the one, the only, Omi In A Hellcat in the building right now.
Thank you. Yo, you know what's crazy? That you started playing VR right after that whole...
You 100% right.
And I never even played VR until you told me to play that.
Yeah, I told him to get up on it. I was like, bro, everything you talk about this VR shit is real. Oculus, we ain't getting paid for this, but Oculus is fucking amazing, by the way. But your kids be on it? They be the ones holding that shit?
Yep.
I don't like
I got
playing
3 brand.
Shit. That shit is goofy.
Nah.
Look,
I kept dropping the gun.
I bought my son the Oculus, right? I've only played twice, one boxing game and a shooting game. And guess what I did after that? It made me want to watch the old movie Player Ready 1.
Ready Player One, yeah.
And I went and watched that, and I was just like, oh, this shit's serious.
I'm going to tell you, in an Oculus world, we're like in Super Nintendo phases, where it looks like shit, but it feels so real.
Right.
I can, like, right now, there's a new one that just came out. It's like $7,000. And it takes real life items and puts it in. And
so what's that? That's augmented, right? Ain't that what they call it? Augmented reality.
What do you mean it takes real? So like, what do you mean?
I could take this Louis Vuitton bag, grab it, and bring it into the virtual reality.
You have the thing on.
It's so good at replicating it that you don't know whether it's fake or real. You don't know what world you're in.
That's wild.
I was watching this shit the last 3 days, and I was like, fucking shit.
And Apple Jones supposed to be like augmented? Like a different type of reality? The Apple goggles that they supposed to be coming out with?
I don't know what the hell they're coming out with.
I would think so. I think that's
But could you imagine when they come out with like all these like little sensors you put on your fucking penis? and like you're into this virtual reality world, and you're bro, the sex sells, bro.
coming out.
That's gonna be the biggest banger.
100%.
Because you'll be able to grab teddy bears and have sex with them. Yo, I'm telling you.
Listen,
Sex is the biggest thing.
Not the teddy bear.
Why teddy bears though? What
Right?
are you talking about, bro? Like,
And when you grab it, it's gonna look like a real woman.
wouldn't they just
okay.
make probably
Nah.
if you going that far with it? Wouldn't you just use
Or
like a
you
doll or
can,
something?
or you can grab your fat wife and make her look like somebody.
it's it's crazy. No, it's crazy that you say that because that was one of the parts of that movie, Ready Player One, that I was amazed by. Like you could actually, if you can afford it, you can actually get the whole bodysuit that go with the Oculus. So when you in like this virtual world and a girl that's in the virtual world is probably really in California somewhere comes and rubs on your chest in the virtual world, you feel it. Your body, you like,
And,
oh,
and the
shit.
next 25 years, we're gonna be walking outside, and there's not gonna be no traffic. No traffic. Apartment buildings are gonna be non-existent. Not apartment buildings, but like commercial buildings are gonna be non-existent. They're all gonna become housing because it's to the point where you're not even gonna be able to go to. You don't have to go to work if you're into the meta world. You don't have to.
Would they? I was reading this article, right, and they were saying how like the meta world is gonna replace like our reality. Like basically, the meta world, your life in the meta world is gonna be more valuable than who you are right now. So say like
No, 1,000,000%.
who Omi is right here in real life, he might be nobody in the meta world. But like if there's a nobody here in real life in the meta world, they can be whomever they want, whatever. Like you can be the fucking man.
But think about it, like companies like Microsoft, right, who have staff in buildings of 3,000 plus employees, they have to come, or like Pixar, they got to come drive into work, park their damn car, they got to run in, walk 2 miles to get to their office. You could just do it at home, and in a safe environment. That's basically what we're talking about. Like you don't have to lease out these big buildings anymore.
Yeah.
You can just stay at work. They'll pay for your internet, and you're into the in this world, but you're still interacting with your employees.
Well, that's what I
And you
do.
can still do your work at home, and then it brings down, sexual harassment cases,
Shit, it brings down cost
everything.
of buildings.
gasoline prices down, energy prices down because you're not driving anywhere.
There will be sexual assaults virtually.
That's gonna be the dumbest shit in the world, bro.
There's already one like case that just started with that shit.
Tell me about
It's
it.
getting ridiculous. I don't know all the details on this.
Is it
but
via
I
Zoom?
So
Bruh.
think about this. So
They
think
wanna
about this.
regulate
No, think
everything.
about how wild this is. You're in a game that has a suit, the way that Porter just talked about, right?
Okay.
So you could feel everything. Everything we do in here, we supposed to be playing tennis in the game, whatever, right? But then I walk up and squeeze your ass. Your ass still gets squeezed kind of by the suit.
It ain't gonna be to that.
No. It can
Bro.
get
It's gonna
feel
No,
violated.
But let's go even crazier. Hold on, let's go even crazier than sexual assault. You can actually be sexually assaulted, right? You're a man, and it's a woman in the virtual world that just grabbed your ass, and technically that's a man somewhere
Stop. No,
that
you
grabbed
know
your
what?
ass. Because in
His
no.
avatar was a fat butt, joint.
But what about this? But what about you don't really go to jail and they just kick you off the metaverse? You're in prison for 5 years, and then you're carried, and you can never get onto the metaverse. But now you got to live this fucking reality of being yourself again.
That sounds
Because that don't make no sense.
But the world is getting so weird that anything is possible. You said something on this show that people thought was crazy. You said that people were going to start buying and investing in digital land. You talked about this. Nobody talked about this. You told me that prior to the show, just in a regular conversation, and now we're seeing people spend $450,000 to be Snoop Dogg's virtual neighbor.
Right.
True.
And you talked about this happening.
It just makes sense. It just makes sense because, like, I remember I said it. I said, "Yo, we're actually running out of real estate space, and if NFTs are worth something, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody's gonna become a virtual billionaire off of virtual land." And look, it's already happening.
Now, what does a person do with the virtual? Like, okay, they have a virtual mansion.
So let's say, well, you're gonna invite virtual bitches over.
Hey, yo.
Yo,
No,
You
have
know
a
what?
virtual party for real, where
Nah.
virtual your homies could hop on
like-
the Oculus and come over.
But let's say you're driving, and let's say you're playing, and you're driving in that world. there's still going to be millions of people in that world, right? Or even billions. And there's still real advertisements that you want to spend your real money on. That's why you see Nike moved over to the space, because they're like, fuck it, nigga, we're going to sell shoes in this virtual world.
Correct.
And if you're driving down New York and you own the prime real estate where all the advertisements at, that's worth real money, because you're going to make real money.
Because it's just the same.
And what if Nike start doing shit like just making like exclusive like pairs and exclusive designs available only in the metaverse, where you actually have to order them there for them to
Oh,
physically
no, that's already there.
That's already a thing.
Because you got to think, a real sneakers in real life might not be able to have like electric coming off of them or steam or whatever animation. That's how it is in there. Like the shoes could do anything.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
No, it's facts. But I think it's going to be hot too when you buy a real pair. You can actually, scan a QR code and bring them in with you also.
And then they could do and then unlock the way that they do something special in that world. How I know this got to be real is years ago, my son he didn't care about clothes, but he had 50 or something pairs of jeans in Roblox. And then he had he wanted all of these clothes, but only in that world. And the kids, they call them skins or whatever, and they will be bullying other kids based off of you got the same clothes on, or what's it called? Default. This motherfucker got defaults. That's the lowest of the low. Like, you're a scum.
It happened to me too, man. Like, I remember I invested, my girlfriend, like my first baby mom started cheating on me. I had about $100 million worth of fucking cars on Forza in the auction block, selling cars and all. And in real life, I look out the window, I got a 98 fucking Buick Century. I said, man, I got to do something with my life. And I'm really excited in the game that I got this shit. In real life, I ain't got shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get up and get this shit. And that's when I started getting up and started doing it.
So you had digital cars before you had all these cars outside your house.
Bro, I swear to God.
That's how it was.
That's what really made me grind, was playing Forza. I'm like, I sat down one day, I'm like, yo, I spent 2 years on this fucking game. And I ain't got shit. In the game, I'm worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm like, fuck this. I gotta get in real life. I had a Buick Century. I'm like, I gotta make it.
But the crazy thing is like with the whole metaverse, right? Are we gonna have a purpose?
Yes, you got a purpose.
No, I mean, as like,
you can work a cash register if you want.
No. I'm saying not in the metaverse, but outside of that. So when we go to sleep, right? We go to sleep and wake up, and then go in the morning in the metaverse.
I mean, you're gonna have I ain't gonna lie. I think life is gonna be so cheap that in the real world, it ain't gonna. You're not gonna need to be rich in the real world. You just need enough money.
Need to be rich enough
money to get by, because you're gonna live a fake lifestyle. Everything that you want, that you do in real life, and you really can't afford it, you could do it in there. You can go party. You can meet new people. You can.
This is gonna be perfect for a lot of niggas that I knew.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of niggas that I knew, they've been stunting for a long time anyway. So now for them to get to stunt legally.
But it's gonna be crazy too, because you actually need to be rich in the metaverse also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But there's
so imagine you go to somebody's virtual house, but they got these certain NFTs on their wall that's legit. Like, you could walk up and it's the real serial number. He really stunting when you inside of his house.
Yeah, you'll be able to walk into an art gallery, touch it, and be like, fuck it, I want to pay 2,000 ETH for this, and buy it right then and there. So you could be stunting, but then when you get off of the damn shit, you can sell it for real money also too. So it's vice versa, but you got two chances to make it now.
But do you think the depression rate gonna go up though?
No. The depression rate is already what it is.
No, it is. But I feel like, do we feel like is it gonna increase to some degree? Because it's like, say if they don't have access to the meta verse, and they can't really interact in that, but everybody else is.
It's something you can't talk about until you actually experience it. So no one's, if you don't have it, you're not gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the greatest question ever. Would they allow prisoners to have it and give them a locked up space where, like, okay, let's get these motherfuckers, like,
because they got tags
in the free world, like people who actually behave good in prison.
Right.
Let them go free. You know what I'm saying? Especially not pedophiles.
Right, because you can die in the metaverse? Can you die in the metaverse?
Nah. Well,
Is there crime in the metaverse?
Hold up.
there's definitely gonna be crime.
It's going to be crime. It's going to be scamming. It's going to be hackers. It's going to be things. So imagine this, right? This goes deeper. We nerds and shit, like me and him. Anyway, I don't know. So check
That's
this
why I
out.
like asking them these questions.
What if we in one now? Right now,
That's a
right
fact.
now,
That's a
our
fact.
existence is based on, we live in this 3-dimensional space. I can touch this microphone, all of these things. I can interact with people. But just what if I'm already in a program right now? And we're just making a program inside the program that it might be 10 programs deep.
There's a new. I'm telling you, there's a new virtual reality headset right now that all the professionals and even game developers are going into it and saying, I can't tell the difference between this and real life right now. And it costs like about $8,000, but it's just hard to get. Imagine 10 years. You're not going to know.
But my thing,
crazy.
but I'm so like intrigued. Like, okay, but then we can come out of the metaverse though.
Pull the fucking headset up.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But that's what I'm
the
saying.
difference.
Right.
So that's the difference. That's the difference.
Right.
But who knows? Maybe when we die right here, we be like, oh shit, I forgot I was in the game.
We putting our
I
headsets.
forgot I was in the game.
Like,
We look different. We look like some other shit.
Elon Musk right now, in the next 15 years, is already attaching, certain microchips to the brain to have paralyzed people walk. You know what I'm saying? I think in 50 years, we can transfer our inner consciousness.
So before it even gets to that point, your brain just receives. It's like this is your eyes are the cameras, you know what I'm saying? It's taking in the information, processing it here, and that's how we perceive reality. So that's where gaming or the metaverse will really get crazy, is the chip in your brain. And now you live in that world, but it's hands-free. The same way I smell something right now, I touch something right now, it'll be completely indistinguishable because it's perception. That's where crime and everything would exist exactly the same. Because imagine when a person is a hacker in that world and he says, I can freeze Wally, I can do, shit can get crazy.
Can I get impregnated in the metaverse? Can we duplicate?
I don't know how the code works.
You might have a baby.
Yeah,
bot,
metaverse
like
baby.
a baby robot baby, like a bot.
That'd
baby.
be crazy.
because-
Yo, wouldn't
A
it be
baby
crazy in the
bot.
metaverse? You actually fall in love with that child, and when you come off, you're like, shit, I'm missing my child, and you want
Wow.
to get back on.
Yo,
And it happened because little girls.
that's what I'm saying.
Little girls used to
And
do
then
it with toys.
then hackers come and take your baby in the metaverse,
Yo.
and then you gotta pay real Ethereum to get it back. Yo, no man, this is getting too deep for me. I'm
but
scaring
I'm
myself.
telling you,
No, that's possible.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, the way they're laying this out for us right now. If you're listening to
The-
Dev and Omi right now,
Possibilities
okay?
are endless, man.
If they're saying that potentially it can be crime, it can be scam, all types of stuff, then eventually we can kind of produce in these other worlds, like in a different. If right now, if we're in a metaverse right now, right, and we die and we wake up and we're like, oh shit, this was a game, then we can have fucking kids.
So something that's hooked to your brain that might be able to see, this is the patterns of way Omi thinks, this is the things about him. Even your DNA structure, reading all of that. And then says he partnered with Wally, they have a kid, and they just put the programs together and create an AI. And in that world, this is your kid based off of that. It's like the primitive way that they mash two pictures together and say,
Right.
this is your celebrity kid, this is your kid with motherfucking.
But check this out. So I have the kid. So Omi, we know he has kids, right? So he has the kids there. I mean, he has the kids here. And then you have the kids in the metaverse. Like, how do you manage
His
that
real
life?
kid mad as hell. Like, Dad, you keep playing football
Right,
with
that's
this
what I'm
bitch ass.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Man, listen, I'm a felon, so I want to be a fucking pilot. I just want to fly planes. In the metaverse.
Pilot in the
In the
metaverse.
I wonder,
metaverse. He said
but
in the metaverse.
I wonder if, right, there's somebody in Pakistan. I don't mean to be racist here, but let's say like there's somebody in Pakistan, right, who chooses to get on a plane because like history always repeats itself,
All right.
and they want to crash into a building.
I'm scared. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, they want to
All
crash
right.
into a building.
All right.
Would that building be like? Would it be damaged? Is it gonna be fucking ran in an Unreal Engine?
Yeah, and by the way, the Unreal Engine is unrealistically real. It's fucking bananas, and that shit's out right now.
But yeah, the Unreal Engine's been out for like 20 years. But they keep making it better.
It's called the Unreal Engine. It's basically what they build the video games off
It started with Unreal Tournament, one of the first like video games that went like, and then it started building off of like Battlefields. They used the Unreal. Anybody can use the engine, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But I'm just saying that if a terrorist decides to blow up a building in the metaverse, would the building really like serve damage?
Yeah, I would think so. In that metaverse, yes.
Or is there going to be a man that's going to walk up fucking with a wand and just build the building back up?
Oh yeah, because would they be able to give that person a crime like you destroyed somebody's digital property?
Right. Like, what are the laws?
And imagine there's I think since it's metaverse and Facebook's doing it, they're the governing body, so they can fucking charge taxes.
That's what I was
property.
gonna ask.
Bro, this is gonna get deep, man.
100%.
And then the government's like, you know what? We're gonna back you on this one, motherfucker. But imagine them taxing us in real life and then taxing us in the metaverse for property.
Right.
And if you don't like it, get the fuck out. Like,
right. And they're gonna look at it like they gonna look at it like the same way they do it in real life. Like, look, you're making money though. So if you got a problem with it, then stop making money in the metaverse.
No.
Are there gonna be? You think so? There gonna be laws and shit.
Oh no, Facebook is a governing body for this shit. I mean, there's gonna be
basically kind of how like Instagram has certain and Facebook have certain things, rules and regulations.
It would have to be because people are still going to be interacting with people that's it still will be people that's trying to bring their crimes into the real world, whether it's a child trafficker or whatever. They're meeting people in there under a different avatar and pretending, let's meet in real life, all that bullshit. It's still going to be there, so they're going to have
But it's going to be good for people like me who like to drive fast and go down to 95. There's not going to be no more fucking... It ain't going to be
no cops.
Nah, ain't going to be no cars in the road.
All I know, if it's going to be like the fucking game where a nigga could just walk up on us and stab us with his sword and all my chips fall out and he get all my
it ain't gonna happen
money.
like that.
Like, nigga, I'm going to need meta strats. Like, nigga, I need like a meta...
some
I'm gonna need to learn how to
shit.
use a gun in the metaverse because clearly when I was playing that game, I kept dropping the gun.
Yeah, she's
I
talking about the first joint.
Onward?
Onward, the first game I put y'all
dropped
into.
that gun like 3 times. The clip fell out. I'm gonna need some.
Nah, they're working on like gloves now that are gonna feel more with pressure sensors. You can grab things. Like I said, man, I was watching this video like 2 days ago, and these people, they were just grabbing things and bringing it into. I was like, what the
Now,
fuck?
would you, because you predicted that a lot of this stuff would happen, and other predictions we'll go into, but do you see yourself going into something like that, like in the tech world, saying, you know, right now I'm selling clothing, things like that, but like, no, I want to make VR components.
No, 100%. That shit is badass. And then like, since Facebook is one governing body, there's gonna be imitators. There's gonna be 10 other worlds that you can jump in and out of, but they're not gonna be worth anything.
So, because you think that pretty much it'll be a monopoly no matter what. There's no way to catch up.
There's no way to catch up to Facebook. There's too much money, too much infrastructure, too much. If they released it now, that means they've been working on it for 10, 15 years.
Right.
Have you made some investments yet in the
Hell no.
metaverse? Have you bought anything? Are you planning on getting some property?
Not yet. I want to see this shit for myself first. Remember, this is early adoptions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see everybody went crazy right now off of Bitcoin in the beginning, and they all became rich.
Right.
But it took 10, 15 years. Even people who bought Bitcoin in the last 2015. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Right.
I ain't got to be a first adopter. I want to see how this shit plays out first.
Now another thing I wanted to ask you, do you think, because I think they say this about us as humans and us when changes come in, innovations, because you see the meme that be out when it be like Uber took over taxi, Airbnb took over hotels. Now you got things coming like the metaverse, crypto, NFT. Do you think us as humans, because we kind of like a lot of us be like stuck in like old ways, do you think like we like be like naive and not wanting to believe a lot of this shit and it's real and it's going to happen?
Bro, and that's the biggest thing. People don't believe. I just want to know how like travel is going to work in the metaverse. Like, are we gonna like go futuristic and do teleportation, or we got to catch Ubers and shit? And do we really like if we want to travel to London? Do we really got to sit on idle?
No.
I don't understand that.
For certain will teleport in the metaverse because video games already have like once you beat a certain levels of shit, you fast travel.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it realistic. They want to make it all. They want to make it a simultaneous reality.
So what I think is going to happen is they're not. This is my guess, and I'm not Dominican Damas. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're going to make it look like the real world, where physics will be different. Like you might be able to just walk up a wall. You might be able to. It's like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
I think making certain stuff actually kind of like more like real life.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Will be phenomenal. Like for instance, and don't get me wrong, it might not be to some people, but like let's say for instance, if you lived 2 hours away from me in the metaverse, right? In the metaverse, when we're in the metaverse, you have a certain party condo you party at, and it's 2 hours away from me. For me to get there, I have to take a cab ride or drive myself, listening to music, chilling how I normally do in life to visit Dev's condominium in the metaverse. I think if they left it like that and made it kind of like real life shit, I think that's kind of dope too.
So I think it won't happen like that because if they could do teleportation in real life, they'd do it now.
Coders are gonna be the new drug dealers.
Who?
Coders.
Because they could probably sell you a bag of something that'll send like vibrations through your whole body. And you know what I'm saying?
They could
Like you'll virtually bust.
Oh no, like you'll virtually do something crazy. Like a feeling that's like out of this world. You know,
Like
you ever play a flying game on the Oculus?
Yeah.
And when you like jump, it gives you that butterfly in your stomach.
Yeah.
They could probably do shit where they make you feel all types of shit. And it's just a coder. Like, yo, hold on, I'm about to give you the script right now.
I wrote a code. Yeah,
I wrote a script. I'm gonna give you the script. Give me $5. And boom, and you get high. So real drug use might go down, and then augmented reality drug use might go up. But it's a good thing because you ain't affecting your real body.
Well. You kind of are though.
No, it's
mentally.
Oh yeah, but fuck mentally. I'm mentally fucked every day. I don't give a shit about that.
You physically good until you take them bitches off and leap out the window of a 7-story building. Now you're not physically good.
Yeah, but I think depression drops 50%. I think all that shit drops.
But people will be.
You could be who you want to be.
But people will be then addicted to the actual. Because anybody that's around that, I think if you're like 35 and under, you're like attached to your phone, like staring at it all day, right? So how are?
Oh, you're not 35.
I'm not stuck in my phone.
I'm stuck on my phone all day.
I am too.
So
I was going to say, they must have made an exception for niggas.
Yeah, 45 and under.
Oh shit! But if that's the case, then with something like that, people would probably be addicted like a motherfucker.
Bro, it's addicting now. I played Rust for 2 weeks, and I was like, I gotta get off this fucking game. Like, bro, I've never not took a shower twice in a day, and I went a day and a half without taking a shower.
No.
Bro, I'm
this
getting the fuck
nigga
up out of
washes up like 8 times.
I be telling my son, I be like, yo, because right now I got him on 2 hours a day, and I'll separate him 1 hour for a little bit. Then later on, I'll give him
That's not enough time to play,
but
man.
Nigga, I'm concerned, nigga. He takes the shit off and comes up to my room. He be like, I'll be like, shower time, nigga, take it off. And I wait for him to get to me. He'll get to me. His hair fucked up from it, because it leave like the marks from the bands and shit. He be like, all right, you sure now? I'm like, nigga, now. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
My son's the same way, but like the other day I caught this old man. My son's autistic, and my son's play Rec Room, and I caught like a grown ass man calling him a retard. You fucking retard. And I'm like, bro, you're a grown-ass man talking to an autistic child on Rec Room. What the fuck are you even doing on here?
Right.
And he was like, fuck you too.
Yeah, because Rec Room is almost like a kiddie type of game.
Bro, grown man, just Christian. I taught him how to block people. He's like, yeah, my daddy cursed him out.
That's right. We monitoring that internet shit, man, for you weirdo niggas.
Man, that shit is crazy.
Word up. Well, one of the things I want to talk about too is the jobs, man. I want to talk about jobs, man. What jobs in the future? Let's get some predictions from everybody, but definitely Omi. What's a job in the future that will be obsolete?
It's already starting. Cashiers. You see, Amazon already got you walk in with your phone, grab whatever you're going to grab when you walk out. It already scanned everything. Mm-hmm. There's cameras everywhere, already sees what you're walking out with.
Yeah.
And
They got it. They got it overseas. I heard a lot too.
Yeah, cashiers are 100% out of here, and it's fucked up because I don't work for you. Like I don't work for. I don't want to walk up to a register and scan a fucking turkey and do. I don't get no discount. I think we got to stop using those things because it's leaving people without.
Yeah. If you go to like Walmarts and shit like
Walmart
that
got 32 lines. Got one
person just watching everything. Yep. Yo, they cutting costs everywhere.
Even Wegmans, I've seen it. It's like they have only, I want to say before the whole thing, when you walk in, the whole thing was all cashiers. You had 2, the ones that you can do it yourself. Now it's like 4 or 5 of them, and then the rest are cashiers, but it's not too many.
I first started seeing that in the airport when they first started making you like check your own self in and all of that. And I was just like years ago, and now it's everywhere. Royal Farm, certain places. I'm in there like, yo, is there anybody that even works in this motherfucker? Like,
they'll be mad when you start walking out with shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They feel like the amount of theft, right? The price that what they lose. What is that called when you lose a certain amount of money? Every store
has a
certain amount of whatever they call it, right? So when you do inventory at your job, that's what it's really about.
They have a percentage built in there already.
They're like, that don't compare to how much we have to pay 10 employees a year. When you walked out with pies and gum and a fucking bag of chips and whatever, we don't give a fuck. Right. Some things you go and steal, we don't care. We don't got to pay people no more because we running it through this computer shit. You know what I mean? Till they get barcoders in there. Like motherfuckers is running around selling barcodes and you putting it on all your food and you just scanning away. I'm telling you, man, it's just I know. Listen. You just came up with some news.
Hold on, what?
Because I like let's say you go to Home Depot, right? And there's a ceramic tiling. I'm teaching you how to steal. There's ceramic tile that's like $15 a square foot, and then they have another ceramic tile that's ugly for 99 cents a square foot. Right? You grab that motherfucking 99-cent one. You grab all the $15 one, and you scan the $1 one the whole time.
You put the sticker on that one.
Gotcha.
And then boom, you just saved.
So you still in there scanning right in front of the bowl. Boom! But that joint is really the scan for something else. Wow.
Yeah. There's people right now who take pictures of those barcodes and just stab them on everything.
Real Philly
shit. Real shit. Go ahead. You want to be cheap? Go ahead. Take it.
What's a job you think that will be?
Well, I think already it's kind of happening, but like, our state jobs are people that work on ground. Like bridge people. Like now you don't really see any of that. Everything is digital. They're flashing everything. I mean, even to the point, what's kind of...
New York started it. We'll send your ticket later.
Yep. Like that's a major thing. Like you don't have, when you go, you're just going through these toll booths, through these bridges. And they actually, I think now they're going to be putting more things where they send you like a bill later in other places now. I think they're going to start increasing that.
That's real, because my people's wife got a ticket like that, and she tried to lie and say like, no, I mean, because my boy is like, dog, babe, did you fucking do this? Now they done charge us to that. Yeah. They send a link of the video.
Oh no, they do.
Oh yeah, so
of your
now
car,
she said everything. She did. Clicks on this joint. This was a couple years back because this shit was new. Clicked on that shit. It's like, it's this you, nigga. Like it ain't no way around it. They gonna get their paper one way or another.
So all these people that have state jobs that we see them on a day to day. You pay your toll. That's like gone. You don't see that anymore.
Damn. What about you, Porter?
I ain't gonna hold you. We was on the same page because that was mine. Mine was exactly a toll booth person. Like I just seen them for being out of here. Like that shit too easy for them to replace. But just another one because I think y'all already touched on that enough. Another one that I think because of what I seen, like for real, I think eventually like they probably gonna do away with teachers and like just the whole system of like how kind of like school is, because I'm telling you, I seen some shit where they was like, it was a college is in the metaverse, the university, and now you could take your courses on the metaverse for this college. So you could go there, they got a little professor, he's doing everything, chalk, numbers.
They've been teaching us the wrong shit the whole time, man. They got to restructure the whole school system because everything's digital. The whole metaverse, you got to teach kids how to fucking code.
Right.
They're leaving everybody defenseless in this world. Like, there's no everybody like, they're truck drivers, but no one knows how to defend themselves in the metaverse. You're leaving these big companies to do it for us.
But hasn't the world always been like that, where they didn't raise us and teach us how to do like our taxes? Like in school, they never taught you to do your taxes.
There's nothing that benefits us in real life. That the fuck I gotta learn
Just
algebra for?
calculate.
The fuck I need algebra
Right.
for?
Right. Never used it in daily
Not in
life.
real life.
But you really do need to know how to do your taxes, and a lot of us grown and we can't do it.
Teach us how to organize filing. They had the only thing they had was sex ed, and they took that out of school.
Right.
Damn, they took sex ed out?
Yeah, sex education ain't in school no more.
Nah, they took that out a while ago because it didn't last long.
Yeah, sex
I
ed.
liked it, that class.
I bet you did.
They taught me how to put a condom on, and it didn't
Right.
fit
No,
anyway.
real shit. No, they actually no. They shouldn't have took that out. They actually was talking about diseases and
STDs,
HIV.
yeah.
STDs and lice and all that shit. Y'all wanted us to catch that shit. Like,
Yeah,
why you
back
take
in the
that out
days,
of school?
they'll
Crabs.
walk the nurse. You had to go to the nurse's office, check if you had lice. If you did, get the fuck out.
Right.
I think the job that'll be gone in the future, and this will be a little bit further. Drivers, you ain't gonna need one. The cars are becoming more and more automated and stuff like that. Even on a delivery tip, they're gonna have something that just brings it
I
to
just
you. I think.
I think we gonna always need cars.
No, doesn't
No,
Domino's?
we'll have cars.
No, we're not going to need
He
to
said
drive them.
drive.
We don't have cars.
I don't think
Dad,
pilots are gonna
doesn't
exist
Domino's
anymore.
have a thing where they deliver the pizza without any drivers? Domino's just started doing that.
Yeah, but that's a
little robots
small
and they-
car. That's a small car in a
But it's a
suburban
delivery.
neighborhood.
But it's still a delivery.
It's the beginning. So imagine if they're doing that now.
Imagine 6 hungry black people. We're gonna tear that little car apart, take the pizza out.
I wanna kind of like I wanna believe that because they have been talking about it, and I do want to believe it. I just see it as like, because you got to keep in mind that they're gonna have to keep in mind of, and it might be rare that a glitch or something could happen, but you're gonna have to keep it in mind. And I just feel like with cars and shit like that, trucks, highways, a glitch that could cause like thousands of lives to go.
The
'cause they
only-
all
In the future, they're not going to same
The
thing.
only way-
Airplanes.
The only way this is gonna work anyway, by how fast we're expanding with trucks, is that we gotta like bring trucks up to like 200 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like trucks have to travel bigger, have to travel way faster, 200-300 miles an hour from California to New York, especially where like all the ports are in
Is
California.
now I know that might make it better, but does it make it more dangerous?
No, because if everything's automated, nothing's gonna crash.
Yeah. Everything's working off the same system, so they're not going
Yeah,
to smack
you're
into
gonna
each
see
other.
you're gonna see us sitting in cars turning into a lane
Yup.
like at 200-300 miles an hour.
Man, them cars could be could be
And
going
all-
so
and all you
fast
gotta
and would
do-
never hit each other.
And there's a man who in I think he's Japanese who created a hyper train, goes 1,000 miles an hour, and you don't feel it at all because the seats kind of rotate in a circle, so it combats you going that fast. It's pretty crazy.
Did he make it already?
Elon Musk is trying to bring that now. They started in Vegas. They're already starting to dig underground because they want to bring a train from New York to LA that'll get you there in an hour.
I heard
or
about
so.
that. Yeah, I heard about that. Is that something to do with like magnetic energy or something like that?
Yeah, but to go that fast, you have to kind of spin in a circle to like relieve the pressure. And you don't feel nothing. But that's how it's gonna be. It has to be that.
That's
But
going to
isn't
be
it-
insane.
But isn't there a train already in Japan or China or
there's
something?
there's a train that goes like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But
That
it's, I
already
think
kind of like goes.
yeah, it's pretty nuts.
But they were even trying to make one from Philly to New York for commuters to put a train that fast.
So imagine that. Sometimes other technologies come out that make certain technologies obsolete. So like back in the day, they had something called laser disc, right? Before that shit really caught on, motherfucking DVDs came out. Laser disc was like a DVD, but it was as big as a 12-inch vinyl. Like you had to put that like whole shit in there like that. You know what I mean? So the same thing could happen with something like teleportation, or he's talking about that train. People might be like, fuck the plane now. I gotta travel 5 hours to get to LA. Now I could get on the train, dog, in an hour.
It's too expensive, bro.
That's what I was about to say.
You-
The cost.
And you're gonna see the whole world like flip because the whole Middle East is Dubai, everything's ran off fossil fuel. Texas is super rich off of oil, and now you're gonna see this whole shift. And China's the superpower because we have one spot in Vegas in Vegas where we can like produce battery cells, but really South America is gonna become super rich, and the whole China because they can actually manufacture to make these lithium-ion batteries. We can't manufacture it here at all
Why is that?
because we don't have the resources to manufacture it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're tearing down the rainforest So like, if you think of it, like electric is actually worse than
actual fuel.
100%, because you have to tear the world out after that. Then what?
Electrical. As soon as I hear electrical shit, I think radiation, waves, and all that type
So
shit.
lithium ion is pretty crazy. Like you have to like dump in water into the ground, but they were saying that in Vegas they're trying to stop it because once you start dumping in water to pull these rocks out to make the lithium ion, it actually fucks up the water chemistry for like 50, 60 years. You can't use that water. Wow. And China don't give a fuck.
What's that? You know what the name of the process is?
No, I was watching. It's fucking nuts. It's
and
nuts.
You said China don't care.
Oh no, they have too much of it, bro. The whole world, they can provide it.
And they want it. They need it.
Oh, bro,
it's power.
They're a superpower now.
Right.
We don't have it.
So do you think they affected their country doing that shit?
No. China's too big. They don't give a fuck. China has cities. Like they have 8 cities. They hold over 10, 15 million people. Like they have 15 New Yorks, like nothing.
Right.
They don't give a shit.
For a lot of people, they never see America being in a position where it could fall off or whatever. But if you look at world history, there's empires that lasted 1,200 years, 900 years. It'll be like, the Moors were in Spain 900 years. This isn't that old when you're talking about the history of the world, us being here for whatever, 500 years, whatever the case may be. So with the change in currency, technology, what resources is going to be most important, the future could go anywhere right now, man.
And we're not first anymore. China is. It's 100%. It's a fact. And we're so worried about the Middle East, with the oil, that we have enough oil here to last another 200 years. I think, we have too much of it. I think we should have just kept on with fossil fuel. Because you're playing right into their hand.
Let me ask you, is there anything that you would have thought, if you were a kid in, 90s or whatever, and you was like, by 2022, we're going to have this?
I thought we were going to have flying cars. I thought we were already going to be flying.
Shit.
And I thought that in the 90s. I said, by 2020, we're going to be flying. My ass.
Yeah.
How long do you think now from 2020
60.
to 2060?
Yeah.
You think we'll be flying?
Yeah. Like automated flying. I think in the next 15 years, we'll already have just like it started like in the 1920s. You see like the little putt-putts, niggas already had cars. We'll have those flying around. But they're going to be more like I remember I was telling you the Jetson. Mm-hmm. There's a company called Jetson.
I'm just thinking about somebody shit putting in the air. And you
putting.
And you should start bop.
But like,
eject button.
Listen, from 2030 to 2060, it's going to seem like it was putt-putting. But like, I think there's going to be like 1 or 2 man like hovercrafts.
Right.
And you could just, let's go to Miami real quick.
That's fire.
Shit like that.
That's fire though.
But it got to be regulated too. Because you can't fly over a certain height.
Listen, man, they got vacations. They trying to make vacations in space and shit like that. They trying to build a hotel in space, man.
And it's unfortunate that when you think of all these changes in the future, you got to think of all the bullshit to it. I'm just thinking about crime. Like, as soon as these niggas get to fly out the spot, them niggas think they can fly. Now it ain't going to be drive-bys. It's going to be flybys. They just going to
imagine.
Oh, my God, that's terrible. They shooting down at you?
But imagine, I want to see how borders are going to work. Because if you ever see like a drone ever try to fly into a building, boom, it stops 5 feet before it. That's how it's going to be. Like if you're trying to for Mexicans trying to fly over the border, boom, it'll stop them in the middle of the air. Like this is the no-fly zone for you, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yo,
What would it be like a?
And then 5 drones come around and nigga, you got to go back home, nigga.
Yeah, they got those drones to stop drones that you could put around your house.
Right.
So if a drone's flying up and boom, it'll stop like certain locations you can't fly over. So I'm pretty sure like all the borders will be protected that way. When like 30 little niggas try to come over the border, boom, and stop them midair. And then you get fucking, it's going to be crazy. Customs is going to be like 50 of them niggas. Like turn around before we shoot you down.
Damn. What you think? Wally, you think it is, was there anything that you would have thought would have been invented by now?
Honestly, like I'm surprised that like Omi said, like we still doing things with like oil and fuel and stuff like that. I thought by this time everything would have been electric, like everything, like just.
It's so hard to manufacture. That's the whole point.
Right.
People don't know how much technology it takes to make a battery.
Right, but I'm thinking like back then, like when they were talking about like, you know, we got a Tesla.
Or solar or some shit.
Or something, because we got solar stuff or whatever, but like I feel like I'm surprised like we haven't even went all the way forward with that yet in 2023 right now.
What about you, Porter?
Nah, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm kind of like, I wasn't like one of those kids that kind of like, I don't know, like I seen shit in the future, but I ain't see it. Like when I used to see Back to the Future and shit like that, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't see like really like us like actually like arriving one day to these things and these different just.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to see that hoverboard though.
To be here now, just
real
to,
hoverboard,
That holds my weight and ain't loud.
Nigga, the virtual shit, them games is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, I played a boxing game where I was boxing a nigga. My son was like, try it. I'm in a circle. I start boxing a nigga. Nigga, I'm trying to kill this nigga. I'm out of breath. He trying to block. I'm trying to pull his hands down like a street fight. My son like, you can't do that.
Are there holograms?
It was just, it was so real. Already? And I'm just like, yo, and you saying this the beginning stages. I'm blown away. I ain't gonna hold you.
I can't wait to see them put like, to start dumping magnets in the middle of the road. That's what I'm excited to see.
Dumping magnets.
Yeah, because like everything's gonna be hover, like, you know, electric. So like the seat like scooters and the sidewalks hovering through at 80 miles an hour. Nobody's hitting each other like that. But it's gonna go into play with people that got heart problems too, because they can't be around magnets.
Well, listen, man, listen. If there was one thing that I thought that they would have figured out by now, it'd have been a way for them to grow people's hair back. But guess what? If you can't grow your hair back, the best thing that you could do is get you one of these skull shavers. Listen, man, make sure that y'all go to skullshaver.com.
Yeah.
That was actually, I want to buy one now.
Listen, this thing feels so good on your head, man. Listen, if you want to be able to get a shaved head in 90 seconds, man, you could shave wet or dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing is incredible, man. I've been using this for 2 years. I already told y'all, man. You know how I bang with this thing, man.
You could go.
I don't get no simpler than this.
Some pretty ladies. Yeah. You can let them do it. You go get some pretty ladies and let them, you know what I mean? Like, it's many ways to use the Skull Shaver brand.
Yes, listen, man, if you want to make sure that you got a baldy that you can take care of, it leaves no nicks or cuts and it don't leave no mess. So you could do it in a car. It ain't going to be no hair on you. You can do it in a white shirt. Yo, I'm telling you right now, look.
It's actually really good.
Nah, they fire. They fire. And it's soft. That's what I like about it, that it's soft.
Skullshaver.com.
Right.
Yeah. So, but for real. Nah, for real. Why they ain't fix people's hair, bro? Like,
they already started.
You're going to space. No, bro, them Jones did what they did to the ball, man. What's his name, man?
Tattoo, a whole number one.
No, so they tattoo, they give you the dot, the stippling joint, right? I thought about it, and I ain't going front. The only reason, I'm going to tell y'all I'm going to keep it real with the people at home. The only reason why I ain't get that stippling joint is because y'all already seen my head like this, so I'm gonna feel weird popping up, and then I got the line.
Yeah, but you won't get like hair implants in the front.
Did them Jones be Fugate?
I've seen two people that got it done, bro. I'm talking about like Hulk Hogan, drawn straight back, and
it might work for like what?
Freak, back there. The freak of the week.
She back there shaving her stomach or something.
I told my ladies they was strictly for my head. They don't listen. They are back there just
trying them on other places because these joints do vibrate. By the way, but listen. I'm just saying for the ladies that want to get it, you could shave your joint and then
do you?
I'm like, why can't skull shavers be for everybody?
Yeah. You feel me? But I would have thought they would have fixed that by now, man. Like, I really looked at it like when it first happened back in the day, and my joint started going light. I was like, bro, I'm a dude that's gonna be in the future. I'm gonna be straight. Like, by the time I hit 35, they gonna have a cure.
Oh, we need bald people.
Okay. What we need bald people? Why? What we need it for?
Because if they weren't people weren't bald, how's Skull Shaver gonna make money?
Look at that.
Talk about it.
You gotta kind of be proud of it.
It's crazy how you could just hit the Dougie and get a bald.
But for a moment, he had me hyped because I'm thinking Omi about to come with this wild unknown fact about bald niggas. I'm like,
that's what I thought.
No, but I think a lot of girls do like bald guys. No, girls like bald guys.
Where they
That's
at?
a real thing.
And Michael Jordan is like he's the GOAT of ball heads.
I think he was. No.
Who's the GOAT ball heads?
No. We had a fake nigga. Jada Kiss. He faked this. He scared.
Yo, I thought he was bald the whole time.
No, he did some bullshit. Yo, Jada, real shit. Nigga, that shit was corny how you played us
Jordan
like
is
that.
like the second, like
No.
or third. The first one is Mr. Clean. Nobody beats Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean is the original ball head not guy in our lives. The original ball head master, the ball head leader. We seen him on all the boxes before we even met him. Like, yo, when you met him, you was like, I've been seeing this ball head nigga everywhere.
Was he actually a real person?
I don't, that's a good question.
Might as well be.
Yeah, he
No.
might as well. That's a good question though. Cause he's still around. They got him on the new what is it? All the new shit that they make.
Magic Eraser.
They get a bunch of money at Arm & Hammer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, man, but one of this is a major thing that we got to get into. We gotta get into. When Omi came on this show before, he had a lot of doubters. One of them being Dro. Shout out to Joe.
My brother
his
Joe.
brother,
Oh my
bro, right?
God.
There was people outside of the sneaker world, in the side of the sneaker world, in his family, around him, that said, you cannot enter the sneaker realm, that you will not be able to successfully make sneakers and sell them. These people stood on that and believed it wholeheartedly. Now, here we are, you know, however many months later. And yo, let me tell y'all something right now, man. You see my feet, right? Hold on, listen.
I can't put my foot up that high.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. You see Porta Rich right here with the crazy joints right there.
Yo,
the
that box was
Omni
made.
Mons.
That box was made by Devinwade. All the artwork.
Listen, he
Hey, see, I ain't even
predicted.
saying that. I'm just chilling on my goal.
He predicted all of this, and now these joints is selling crazy to the point where it's like, damn, I should have made more. You know what I'm saying? There's more people buying than there is supply. You got people out here trying to bottom, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to stop somebody's bot order.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yo, it's crazy too because before this, I was in after the whole situation happened with me, I was in the basement of Lorimer in one of my YouTube videos, and I put this up a few months ago, and I knocked on the wooden table, and I said, I guarantee you, I'm gonna start making shirts, and I'm gonna make $1 million.
You said shirts?
No, I said reloaded merch.
Oh, a merch. Okay.
I said I'm gonna make $1 million. We crushed that by like 5 times in the first year. And then I came on here and I was like, yo, watch me sell 5,000 pairs of shoes like nothing. Then we crushed that shit by like 5 times. And it's crazy. Yo, me and
know.
you know what's crazy? Me Devin Wade designed a pair of shoes that comes out this year.
Heavy.
Wait till you see them things.
And
Listen.
Devin Wade designed this box.
He does all the people don't realize if you take hold on, I'm gonna take my damn shoe off.
Listen. Look.
Look, that's actually designed by Devin Wade.
The inside sole.
Shout
The
out
inner
to
sole.
yeah.
Devin Wade.
Listen, man.
And my feet don't stink either.
Listen, man.
Heavy.
People going crazy over these. Omi came and dropped some off for my son. He went to school. He was a whole.
I got some more for him,
He
too.
was a whole new nigga at school. He had people reaching out that ain't reached out in 2 years. Like, what's up, bro? We need to come kick it.
told me about that.
We need to come kick it.
Right,
I seen you got the Omis. You know what I'm saying? And this is an incredible thing to see you once again say you're going to do something and then you pull it off. Yo, how do you keep doing this shit?
I don't know. And this is like in the middle of depression, me at like 2% of me. And you know, I talk to you all the time. This is at like 2% of what I got going on. I just 95% of my days laying on the bed thinking, you know, and it's, you know, you can't live your life that way either. You know what I'm saying? Because like I seen 2 years pass by and I'm like, shit, I regret being in depression. But then, you know what? And then I keep doing it. And then I see another 2 years pass by again. And I'm like, damn, why the fuck am I still going through it? So you just got to get up and just deal with it. Anything you're going through in life, just get up and deal with it. And, you know, tackle that shit on head on. Because I think I'll be even more successful if I was out there, you know. And I'm just doing this straight through Instagram, not even through YouTube. I even stopped YouTube videos, everything. I'm coming back this week.
Okay.
But it's ridiculous. And I did this with a following that ain't even like a loyal following. Because my Instagram following ain't loyal. YouTube is.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because anytime I put up something on YouTube, sell out.
But people love quality, man. And when they started seeing how you was coming with the details, just the quality, I see there's a lot of YouTube videos that actually like break down the sneakers and compare them to other brands, to a competitor and things like that. And they're like, oh, these things are high quality. They're coming in dope boxes. Everything. The presentation is everything for a collector. You see, Porta Rich still got his in the plastic. You know what I mean? We ain't even, you hear that? For the what's that called? With the people that like hearing sounds and shit.
I hate that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they be whispering. I hate it so bad. Because you got to throw the dB gains all the way up.
Yeah, people that's into that. But it's amazing to see you do this. Now, you know, we got the flyers in here too. I gotta show these, man.
Did the Venusaur hoodie, now while Dev grabbing his flyers, did the Venusaur hoodie drop? I need my hoodie.
Yeah, they dropped.
I need my hoodie to go with my joints.
Yeah, they
Even though
definitely
I don't
dropped.
even know if I'm gonna slide them on just yet, but I need the hoodie for
You
when
know
I do.
Porta.
No, those are, I like those.
They fire. They the ones I originally wanted. For real. They the ones I
Listen,
wanted.
man, the flyers. Come on, man. This dude.
Let me see.
Listen,
Them
man.
shit's fire.
Nah, the flyers are fire.
Damn.
And it's crazy
fire.
too because like when we started off, like I think these are the last pre-orders. These took like 4 months for niggas to get them. But like right now, like from everybody supporting the first 4 pairs, we're not doing pre-orders anymore.
So
I'm buying them straight
Are
out.
these back available?
No, and they won't be back until like another because I'm out a year in advance right now. We got a year worth of drops ready that I already purchased.
I'm gonna need you to double check the inventory.
Now, listen, I don't know if you want to get into this, but you hear, and I know people going to be like, you can't have this episode and not ask about it. So listen, we know that there's a crazy controversy behind.
The only reason I'm gonna tell you this, the only reason why the controversy started is because of Sauce Walka. Sauce Walka.
Sauce
Okay,
Walker,
okay.
Yeah,
rapper.
yeah, and he actually a cool dude. So he calls me, and he's like, "Yo, I need some Pokemons," and I tell him, "Yo, like, what size you want?" I'm like, "All I got right now is because at the time I only had like the demo versions," and he's like, "I'm a size 10," and yeah, he think no. He told me he's like a size 10. I only had a size 9, and I said, "Bro, I ain't got him." So that same day, you know, it got to the dude's ears, Kai's ears. He went and hired him to do a promo for him. And you could hear somebody faintly in the background saying, "Fuck Omi In A Hellcat." Right? So what does that tell you?
So
that means Kai called him,
okay.
was talking shit. Oh man, he got the fake ones. This is, you know what I'm saying? And Sauce ain't gonna admit it. But Kai ain't gonna admit it. He said, "I never talked bad about you." He was talking 2 days ago. "I never talked bad about you." Yeah, you do.
Who told 2 days ago?
Like, I talked to Kai.
Oh, okay.
2 days ago. "I never talk about you. I never talk bad about you." I'm like, bro, why would he say fuck Omi In A Hellcat if they just called me a day prior when he got to New York? So anyway, you know, I jump in. Like, I'm really emotional. I'm a Virgo, but I'm emotional.
Yeah.
So I jump in my feelings, call him out. Then he makes a video saying, "Oh, you got the fake Kool Kiys." But at the same time, we're talking. We actually kind of laughed about it. He says, "Well, welcome to the Sauce Walka ranks. You got one for the books now." We laughed about it, and I think his page got taken down because one of his homeboys like flashed the gun. On, you know, people think that I took his page down. I wish I had them fucking powers. I would have took Kai's down, you idiots. Think about it. I would have took his fuck you.
Right.
But like, nah, I talked to him. It was actually good, But yeah, bro, like the dude is a fucking snake, and that's what I'm gonna say. Like, we started out like I'm gonna tell you the whole story real quick. So, and this is a true story. He reached out to me through Danny the jeweler to work on a Hellcat shoe, and he's told me that he had a Dodge license, which wasn't true, by the way.
Oh, I thought he did have a Dodge.
No, the Dodge license was at the time is Posh,
Okay.
the Russian.
Because he did make a sneaker.
Yeah, but so he wanted to do a collab with me because he saw like we were selling out on merch.
Got you.
He wanted to do a Hellcat shoe, and I said I would never do a Hellcat shoe. I would never wear a fucking Hellcat on my feet. It's stupid, and you know, like it was dumb. And somehow I got in contact with Posh. We start talking. Me and Kai cool, you know. I'm giving him pointers. He's giving me pointers.
But Posh, worked with him or something? Or no?
So Posh is the one who got all the licenses. So Posh brought him in on Club Foreign. Kai grabbed all the clothes from Club Foreign and act like it was him. So he's like the front man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like let's say you be like, "Yo, let's work on Skull Shaver." And I'm like, "All right, you know what? Since I got all the clout, boom." And nobody knows who you are. That's who Posh is.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So like he just dropped
Skullshaver.com. Go ahead.
he just dropped some Van Gogh shoes. Who has the Van Gogh license? Posh. He dropped black colleges, HBCUs.
I ain't gonna front, yo. This my man. Them Van Gogh Jones was hard. Go ahead.
No, they hard as shit.
Listen, I keep it real. Like,
Listen,
them Jones was
listen. One thing about him, he is intelligent, and when it comes to like designing, he's amazing. He's just a piece of shit, and he don't like to pay people what he owes them. So he does HBCUs, gets the licenses for them, and like, you have to understand how licensing works. When licenses, like let's say I want to do a Dodge hoodie, Dodge wants to see all the invoices that are coming in, how much I'm buying, what I'm selling them for, and they want their 12% cut.
Do they limit how many pieces you can sell?
No, you
Okay.
can sell as many as you want.
Okay.
But they want to see the invoices of you buying them, and they want to see the invoices of you selling them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they have to approve them. They have to. So, like he sends me text messages of approvals, but those approvals are coming from Posh, because when he makes a design, he has to send it to Posh. Posh is the owner of the license. He's subleasing him the license. So that's why, Posh has to pay Dodge 12.5%, but Posh is telling Kai, I need 25%.
I mean, but that's fair. If him and Posh is doing their business, they doing their business.
1,000,000%.
Okay.
But what happens is when you sublease, you got to pay up. You know what I'm saying? And he just doing my man dirty, like fucking him over.
Doing what man dirty?
Oh, Posh, everybody. He works with any designer and just.
But Posh is still working with him or no? Like
not no more. He just burnt them.
That's like what you.
So
hold on. So this is where the issue came from. Me and Kai was cool. You know what I'm saying? And the minute that I did a Dodge deal with Posh, the world flipped upside down. Because he's like that. He makes phone calls.
So this is the thing. We speaking on Posh a lot. It would have been better if we would have had Posh come on the show.
Oh, I can bring him. I can call him right now. He'll probably show up.
Well, he says that.
In the area, call him.
Yeah.
Call him.
Yeah, call him. Don't.
Because I don't like that neither though. When like people like try to like make a certain thing seem a certain way, but they only giving up like their side or like certain things.
Right.
That's what
it's a lot of shit that we don't know.
Even when it was journalism, like we brought up the dude's name a lot, so I want to make sure like he got you have a platform to come up on here and say your shit as far as Posh and shit.
He could come up too, but he ain't gonna want to because he's a piece of shit. And that's a fact.
I asked Dev the other day, I said, Dev, the guy, whatever that Omi had the situation with because somebody followed me from a fake page.
Remember that's
somebody followed
nigga.
me from another like a page like acting like they was him. And I'm like,
swear to God, somebody did the same
no,
thing
it's the
with
same.
me.
It's a person, I guess, trying to do something with him. I don't know what that ain't got nothing to do with.
That's his spy. That might be one of his spies.
I just thought it was weird
somebody
that he
with like
did
a
that.
Kool Kiy studio page follows all of us.
Yeah.
No, what he does. So what he does is that he just sells fake sneakers. Yo, bro, where you at?
I'm in Jersey driving. What's up?
Yo, I'm gonna drop your location. I want you to show up somewhere real quick.
All right, say less.
All right.
Oh shit.
Where is he though? In North Jersey or?
Nah, he's in North Jersey. You're in North Jersey, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna drop your location and then.
Let me see how far are you so I can not.
All right, I'm gonna send you the address now.
Bet.
All right.
Where we going?
Yeah, but so that's how the issue came up with me and him. He kind of hated on the Dodge deal, and then when I went to go do my own shoe, and you know what I'm saying, I had to get a certain manufacturer, which ain't hating. I made a totally different shoe than him. Then he blocked the shoe.
Yeah, I remember that because I was around helping with the design work back then. Yeah, I remember that.
After he hated on the Kool Wave, you the one who designed the Kool Wave.
No, I remember. That's a totally different joint. I remember that.
You made the Kool Wave, and after he did that, I was like, fuck it, that's my shoe now. And that's how it started. So it wasn't like it was the master plan the whole time, but fuck him.
I mean, let's be honest though. Art to me, I've learned new things about art since being around, me becoming interested in art and just being a fan of art. And to my knowledge, it's very true that a lot of art is like imitated and kind of like, just we use each other, art type shit, right?
Yeah.
And my whole thing is like, he was whatever, like they was coming at you all crazy, but He had
I mean-
something that kind of like.
I mean,
is,
you have to like when somebody's successful at everything he does. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Anything that I went into construction. People say you ain't never gonna have the best construction company. Then we come out with futuristic lighting and shit. And like, what the fuck? And then I have the power to say I don't want to do it anymore. Take it back. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go into, let's say, app development, and I get the best app developers to work and say you can have it back, or anything that I do. It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they don't like that a fat nigga who don't dress the way they want him to dress. I'm not a sneakerhead type. I just like to wear fucking regular sweatsuits. And they don't like that a nigga that's not a designer
Creating shit.
yeah, they're like, oh, you don't belong in this. Like, who the fuck are you to say I don't belong in where?
Real quick,
did
what
it.
he said? What he say? What he say? He say he pulling? He said
Nice,
he pulling
he's
up?
pulling up.
Listen, hold on. So look, we're gonna do this because he gonna take a minute for him to get here. We can't sit here and talk for over 2 hours or whatever it is. If he coming from up there, I'm gonna just break this into 2 pieces. Don't worry, y'all. We'll be right back. But in the meantime, in between, why don't you just go to skullshaver.com? Peace.
smooth it out.